We've all faced specific pandemic-fueled challenges in the past 2 years. Daters have navigated meeting through screens, COVID mandates, and a seemingly endless pandemic. Given the ride the past couple of years have been, what will 2022 bring us in terms of finding love? Based on observations by dating experts, quite a lot has changed. Here's what they predict. Video dates, a cornerstone of early pandemic romance, are likely here to stay. A survey of users on the dating app Hinge showed that more than half planned on incorporating video dates in their future, and nearly 3/4 of Americans polled by Match.com said they would want to video chat before meeting in person. Voice features have also been popular on dating apps, like Bumble and Hinge, which both included the option during the pandemic. Voice notes add an authentic, intimate dimension to a potential match's profile in a way that text and photos can't do alone. There's even a dating metaverse, or VR space, being created by Match Group, which owns Tinder, Hinge, and other dating apps, called Singletown. Users will allegedly be able to interact with others with real-time audio and meet in virtual spaces, like a bar. But a virtual space has similar dangers as a physical space. People using Facebook's metaverse have already experienced sexual harassment. It's important to remember that we are still real people with real experiences, fears, and emotions, no matter how virtual or analog the dating method. As figurative or literal existential crises tend to do, the pandemic forced us to reflect on what we really want, pushing people to be more honest about their wants and needs, with some looking for the one and others looking specifically for more than one. A poll of Hinge users showed that 75% were now looking for a relationship, as opposed to around half at the end of 2020. That number soars when only considering young adults. 81% of Gen Z and 76% of millennials want romantic love, according to Match. Further studies of younger daters show that they are looking for more stable, long-term, financially successful, and educated partners, and are valuing emotional maturity over physical attractiveness. Historically, like many other aspects of the pandemic, this is unprecedented, according to dating experts. Some daters are also looking for a non-monogamous experience, changing the definitions and structures, allowing for ethical non-monogamous relationships and the freedom to be open. More and more people began exploring non-monogamy before COVID, and this trend has continued throughout it. Field, a sexual exploration app for singles and couples, saw a jump in both men and women using words describing ethical non-monogamy, E&M, or polyamory in their profiles from 2020 to 2021. The prolonged stress of the pandemic has also ushered in a focus on mental health. While there's a burgeoning mental health crisis in the US, mental health is predicted to be increasingly important to daters in 2022. A whopping 91% of Hinge users said they would prefer to date someone who goes to therapy, and about the same number are more likely to go on a second date with someone who mentions therapy during the first. This is especially interesting, considering that only 8% of Hinge users surveyed feel comfortable mentioning therapy when meeting someone new, suggesting that people should strive to be open and vulnerable about how they're caring for their mental health. In 2022, don't be afraid to divulge how you're taking care of yourself. In keeping with being transparent, daters in 2022 will likely be more forward about what they want from dating, an approach called hardballing. This could come in the form of being upfront about wanting marriage and kids on the first date, and being very honest and vulnerable without expectation from the other person. Moving into the new year, daters are solid about what they want and are more willing to express it than before. While the pandemic taught us we can't predict everything, the experts in data hint that in 2022, we'll run towards our desires with a newfound openness.